Hi folks, right, so using acrylic with watercolour paper and hakes and things, usual. So I'll give this a bit of a wet so I can get some nice watercolour acrylic on. This is the Saunders Waterford, the £90. I'm listening to the Parliament channel. Trying to find out what tier we're supposed to be in for Christmas. And right, okay. So let's have a bit of bit of blue. Oh, that's a bit streaky, isn't it? Why that gone like that? Put a bit of orange in. I'm going to use a bit of cad red, a bit of yellow. Okay, there's a sky I saw the other morning. A bit more red in there. That's a right, I'll reclip. For my friends who've used Messenger and messaged me, somebody sent me what looked like a virus, not virus, a YouTube link. It's a virus. It's tempting you to open it. Well, because I use YouTube all the time, I thought it was a genuine thing, so I clicked on it, and then the message, is that you? That's the message. And it opened up in about 397 of my contacts. Well, that's probably all my contacts. So I do apologise for that. I got it from a trusted source who also clicked on it, and that's why I came up on it as well. So sorry if you've got the message, don't click on it. It's a virus. Well, it's probably more a scam than a virus, but not very nice. Scary when you get it. I'll try this now. Shall I? No, I'm going to do a sort of a watercolour with the acrylic. Right, headphones off. If you can hear a little bit of a hum, it's a fan heater I've got going outside the door, so it doesn't make too much of a noise. Bit of a strange week for uploading. I did one, a snow scene with a wood for Patreon, but alas, I didn't close the memory card slot on my camcorder, so it didn't record, and disaster. So I put the trailer of it on there. Trailer is just a minute or so, minute and a half of me gabbing on. So I did another one. But a much larger one on 3mm MDF, and I posted you the trailer of that one yesterday. I hope you like it. It's very similar to what I did the day before, but about twice the size. Okay, now I'm going to use medium make. If you're going to use acrylic, make sure you keep your brushes wet, damp, otherwise the acrylic will dry and you'll lose your brush. So let's get a little bit of background in. For blue. It's difficult to judge the amount of water you want on the brush. Now this is the acrylic I was using yesterday. That's why the palette is in such a mess. Let's just get that down there. Go down. I want to put a stream in or something. Put some autumny trees on here, some going up the hill. Right, let's get some harder stuff in there now. Right, try to keep your trees uneven. Now that's gone bad there. Right, okay, well that's not too bad now. Okay, let's put in, get some nice land. Oh, hares. I was trying to remember what colours I use. Some green. I'm just making this up as I'm going along. I'm trying to get some banks that aren't like peninsulas. It's quite hard. Bit of Payne's grey and everything. Bit of shadow. Nice green. Well, let's use a bit of ultramarine. Because this is waterproof when it's dry or drying, you can't lift it out, but you can paint over it. Got some nice lights in here. It's quite hard to do this with a hake. Right, let's get some over the other side. Just a tangle of stuff in here. Just put a bit of colour in here. Got a bit of that blue. Let's start to brush. Alright, okay, now then, I'm going to dry that and put some bushes or stuff on there, then some bit of foliage up in the front. Where's my paint dryer? It's getting a little bit turgid there. Right, now that will now be reflecting a bit of light blue there. Alright, so we could put a little bit of that pink sky maybe. Right, okay. Now then we'll start putting in. Oh, I'll just get a bit more dry. So headphones off again. Right, now I'm going to use my small hake, my Frank Clark hake. Let's move some knives out of the way. Well, I'm going to, oh that's right, there it is. I just want to stipple some dark green. So we'll have a bit of blue, a bit of red, a bit of this. Just mixing 3 primers here. This is a really dark green shadow. I can put some light over it when that dries. So a bit the other side, but balance it up a bit. Now it's just that green, just from red, blue and yellow, but the dark yellow. Oh, I won't muck about that. Right, okay, that's all right. It's a bit over the back there. Nice strong green. Totally different, this method of painting when you use the watercolours. I can put some impasto over this. Let's try a bit of illusion of detail. Right, let's fill something. I will go over this a bit. Let's use a rigger now. I just want that to dry off before I put some illusion of detail. Such as this, a bit of blue, a bit of grey. That's probably just a little bit heavy, that. Okay, let's put a little bit of texture in there. Just a darkish greeny colour. I think I prefer using acrylic like this. I'll give that a bit of a dry, then we can start building up some illusion of detail. Shrink the paper. Paper's getting quite stiff now because it's got this acrylic on it. It's not a watercolour, but it behaves like watercolour when it's wet and not used too thickly. Alright, okay, let's get some nice I'm going to use another yellow. I'll use my light yellow, or my, what is it, cadmium yellow hue. It's a bit lighter than the other one. But I want to use it just to lighten up what I've put in. I'm going to use a sponge for this, I think. Right, okay, let's so just open it up a little bit. That's not dry there. Some that needs to dry there. No, let's get some watery colours. So a bit of water. Let me put it on, I'm sort of taking it off. Just fill in some of that stuff. So I put it in dark and then it's gone over light. I just wanted to dry those trees at the back. I want to put some light in there. We'll get some light green, I think. Right, let's. I'm going to put in a couple of trees. I'm not sure how shall I use for those. I'll use the medium hake. So a bit of a. Well, let's have a bit of dark green. Get some awesome leaves on there. I'll put lighter on there as well. I just want to get some of this in. Right, okay, let's do some one over here. But I try to make these different sizes. One less important, in other words. Right, okay. I'll dry that off and I'll put a bit of a sponge on it. Notice I'm not using any ready-made greens. See if I can get some lighter bits of grass up here. Just anchoring. Trying to lighten up some of this now. Probably overdid the darks, but I'll get better at these, I think. bit messy at the moment. But a sponge. Some awesome colours now. Well, colour, some burnt sienna, that's the best I can do. Perhaps a bit of red. I'll try and brighten it all up a bit. You know, making it up as I am, I'm as much in the dark as you are as to how it's going to turn out. Let's a bit of green in there. Nice and warm in there with that fan lids going. I'll put some rigger in there, rigger with vigour. Oh, can you believe it? Look at that, it's gone in the blue. Right, let's dry it off. Right, okay, back we go. So a bit of green in there, I think. I'll go back over that. I want some darker, because you do get a lot of green in autumn trees. So we've got a bit of that blue there. Let's go back over. Over the disaster. Yeah. Right, rigger. We're going to have fun cleaning this palette. bit lumpy there. Bit messy here and there. That was a pity about that, picking up that blue. But I can disguise it quite a bit. Be nigh impossible with watercolour. Right. Hey, right, there's a bit of more. Probably using a bit too much paint and not enough water on some of this. It might look a bit better on the screen than it does where I'm sort of looking, but with my little brush. No, it won't work. Going wet on wet with that impastos doesn't seem to work very well. Just put a little bit of that blue. Just a bit darker. Alright, well, it's not too bad, but I just dried off and just try to cover up some of this murk. Yeah. Let's put some yellow leaves, yellow ready leaves that you would see on a lot of trees. I will just use that to disguise some of that mess. Some of those leaves down on the floor here. Same there. Right, I've had enough of that. Right, let's have a look at it in a mount. I don't think it's quite as bad as but you'll be the judge. Judges. I'm going to give that a good clean now. Right, just move the camera in. Oh, well, it doesn't look too bad, does it? Well, I hope you like it, folks. I'll give it a signature. Do it in white, eh? Okay, so the background we've covered up, mainly just covering up mistakes or bad painting, bad technique. Alright, okay folks, I'll get that uploaded for you and I hope you get something from it. It's good fun painting with acrylics on watercolour paper. I love using oil, but it's still a bit damp there. It wouldn't take much more paint till it's dry. Thanks for watching, bye bye.